The family of an Australian man being held in a notorious jail in the Indian capital, New Delhi, has issued a plea to the Gillard Government to do more to ensure his well-being. 61-year-old Neil Campbell is wanted in the United States on a charge of taking bribes for a US-funded construction project. His family says our government should be putting pressure on the Americans to act on Mr Campbell's extradition or demand he be released and allowed to return to Australia. Peter Lloyd reports.
It's been a week since Neil Campbell was arrested at New Delhi Airport after catching a flight from Kabul. Since then, he's been held in Tihar Jail, one of Asia's largest, most desperate and overcrowded prisons.
I was on my way back to Australia when I got arrested. I wasn't here to collect money.
He's had 2 consular visits, but his family want more practical steps taken. Provision of safe drinking water, edible food and fresh clothes, as well as diplomatic pressure to ensure a speedy transfer out of India and to American custody.
I want Cameron Rudd to make sure that my dad receives, the rights, the adequate rights. He's an Australian citizen, he deserves to be looked after. He is innocent until proven guilty, so I want Cameron Rudd to step in and make sure that my dad can face proper justice.
His daughter Madison asked us to conceal her face to help maintain privacy as she and her 19-year-old brother Reed come to terms with bewildering allegations.
He's 61 now, he's worked hard all his life, and what you see is what you get with him. That's why we're so shocked that this has happened. This isn't him.
Now 61, Neil Campbell spent his working life as a Queensland Sunshine Coast brickie and licensed builder. 5.5 years ago, he split from his partner and moved to Afghanistan, lured by a new career move, managing large-scale construction projects in what he thought was a post-conflict zone. His chief employer, the International Organisation for Migration. Since 2002, their Afghan mission has been to supervise $260 million in building contracts funded by the American Development Agency, USAID. In May, Neil Campbell sat on a panel that awarded a subcontractor millions of dollars of work building a hospital and provincial teacher training college. According to this US government indictment, Neil Campbell succumbed to the temptation of corruption during an entrapment operation.
Campbell told Undercover that he wanted a one-time cash payment of $190,000 in United States currency to allow subcontractor ABC to continue to work on the hospital project and the college project. Campbell explained that he got subcontractor ABC $14 million worth of work and $190,000 is nothing for the risk I am taking.
If found guilty, Campbell faces up to 4 years in a US federal prison.
And the FBI knew about this and they instigate these guys to keep ringing me up saying, come and get your money, come and get your money.
Friends say Campbell quit the IOM in September after tiring of the danger and frustration of reconstruction work in Afghanistan.
He's been shot at, he's been bombed, he's had a price on his head. I think 5 years is a long time for anyone to be very much in a frontline situation in a country like Afghanistan. I had a sense that he was mentally no longer up to the job.
Neil Campbell says he wants to face trial to clear his name. His family insists the Gillard government should do more to make that happen faster.
If the American government can intervene and, get my dad held within India, can't the Australian government intervene just as much and request that he's sent to America to face the charges?
For now, the Australian national is in a legal limbo. His next court appearance is scheduled for Saturday. Peter Lloyd, Lateline.
And from Canberra, we've just had word that consular officials are visiting Mr Campbell right now. The Foreign Affairs Department also tells us that food, water and clothing cannot be brought to prisoners in India because of security regulations. Prisoners need to have money credited to their jail account to buy these sort of items, and consular officials are working to arrange that right now. The Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade also says it's been urging US officials to fast-track his extradition.